everybody. This is Mystical Ariel here to shake the matrix, expand our minds, and make us all think like I always like to do. How are you guys all doing this grand morning? Hopefully, you guys are doing well. I myself cannot complain. I have no complaints whatsoever. I'm very thankful right now in life. I'm out here visiting my son, and that's an amazing event, amazing fun. And so much new things are going on. Yesterday, we had a bit of a hiccup. Our bus had a breakdown, the radiator that we already just got a new one. We just got a new radiator last freaking just before Christmas, and it blew. We were only a couple of blocks away, so now I sit here in Michigan, and I don't know many people out here, but we'll have to figure this out. Anyways, either way, you guys, we are here to teach something very shaking and important today. So, hello, Indigo, and welcome. Today, we are going to talk about something that's going to shake us. And it's about us finally standing out, and about what would happen if humanity finally awoke together. What would happen in this world? So, Grand Risings, my soul family. Much love to you all. So good to see you. Today, we're not just talking about awakening. We're talking about what would actually happen if humanity came together. Not to consume, not to obey, but to remember. And imagine. Imagine if we gathered like we do for Sunday church, or for a concert, or for a football game, or not just for to entertainment, but to heal, to feel, to rise. Now imagine if we said no more. No more sleepwalking, no more hiding behind fear, no more worshiping false gods while our own souls scream for freedom because it's always been within this entire time. That's what we're unpacking today. So let's go deep. It's constant, not sure if it's just lessons repeat till they're learned. I know, we are always on repeat. I swear. Going around the mountain until we finally figure it out, and one day we'll hit the peak. I'd like us to all hit the peak right now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of this narrative. I mean, I'm quite a wide awake to the point I remember all my lifetimes before. But humanity, we already know how to gather. But we do it for illusion, though? We gather everything except for our true liberation. We gather for football stadiums filled with tens of thousands every weekend, concerts and festivals where people pay hundreds to feel something. We even go to Burning Man, for crying out loud. If we could get a gathering like Burning Man and all these other people do all over the place, well, imagine what we would do. Even the military and governments, they mobilize in millions in seconds when it's war or time to control everybody. But what happens when it's time to face trauma, heal ancestral pain, reclaim personal power, and say no to enslavement, to racism, to separation, to divide? We hesitate. We hide in our homes and lock the door, and we go buy acreages and make sure that we never leave. We hesitate and we fear and we isolate away. But science has been confirming all of this. Reality is not what we think it is. Modern science especially is saying, yo, wake up. Quantum physics tells us the observer creates reality. Consciousness collapses infinite possibilities into form. And the universe is made of frequencies and information. We're living inside an energetic field, and it is programmable. So why are we letting it program us? The holographic universe theory. It's not just a theory anymore. It's become a fact. They've actually gone and done experiments and gone, whoa, our external world is a projection, like a dream shared by the collective mind. This means when we unify consciousness, the code of the simulation changes. You're all tired of everything. You're tired of the government. You're tired of this. You're tired of that. You're like, what side are you on? Well, you want to know what side I'm on? The one that unifies. The one that puts down the weapons. The one that says, what the heck? If enough of us come together, with intention, not distraction. We rewrite this matrix, we rewrite the narrative, and we say no more. The gnostics and spiritual truth, it's been out there from the mystics. Even the earth is not our true home. It's a false system. You're all aliens. You've been, well, I'm not an alien, I'm a human. You're an all aliens. This is not your home. Okay? There you go. Feel proud of yourself. Some of you are hybrid humans, some of you are whatever the heck. But the mystics understood this. Earth is not our true home. It's a false system created by lower forces, the archons. And then when they started to teach this across the earth, they made sure they shut it down, and the churches made sure this wasn't taught. And instead, they taught you how to fear and to read everything literal rather than allegorical to actually recognize the truth. You're being blinded by your own religions. Holy crap, enslaved. Think about it, man. I mean, the greatest devil scheme right there. We'll use their own religion to entrap them. We'll make them blind. We'll create them to fight for their gods. And God's been in you this entire time. The key to liberation is gnosis, inner knowing, is you awaken not by fighting the illusion, but by seeing through it and laughing. You know, yesterday I sat there in my bus, it's like, it broke down blocks away, we could walk home. The kids could get back, you know? All great teachers taught this, you guys. Even Christ said the kingdom is within. Buddha said all that we are arises with our thoughts. Mystics across the cultures, natives, pointed to the same truth. We are the dreamers of dreams. The First Nations, my cultured people, unlike humans, nature doesn't forget, and we saw it in our trees, communicated through the mycorrhizal networks of forest as a community. Wow, nature's got it, and we are dumb as rocks for some reason. We're not. We're just blinded beyond. Mark, don't let it distract you from the fact that, oh, wow, you're going on about Honda Civics and stuff. Well, we'll get to your comments in a bit. Those don't matter. Birds fly in synchronized formation, no leader, just unity. Ants, bees, dolphins all operate, all collective. Intelligence, not ego. So nature's got it. We do not. We're out there hunting this nature, and we should be learning from it. So why do we act like we can't unite? We do it for all these other things. I've seen us do it. July 4th, come on. How many of us are uniting? So why do we act like we can't unite? That we can't do this? Nature's proven to us that we can. Connection is survival, and we know that. Look what happened in 9/11. We all gathered to save people. And we need to all gather to save ourselves. Look what's going on. The fear is getting bigger. The earth is starting to shake. But connection is survival, community is healing, and oneness is concept. It's our original design. That's why we gather. That's why we run to these things. That's why we get so excited to do it. Let's vision this together. If humanity gathered like we do for war, but instead for peace, collective trauma would begin to dissolve. Emotional wounds are stored in the body and the field. And when we heal together, the charge is lifted. Worried about this grid, we'll be lighting it up. The Earth's grid would shift instantly, people. The government and the system would lose their hold and collapse, like we've all been talking about needs to happen. These systems feed on division and obedience. That's why they rise everything. COVID didn't work. Oh, shoot. Now what do we got to do? We got to do this. Oh, no, well, that didn't work. Now war. Yarrah. Let's fear these people. Let's keep them locked up inside. Let's have them be afraid of each other. These systems feed on these divisions and obedience. Unity removes their power source. People would remember their never needed permission to be free. It would actually be free. And the frequency of the planet would rise. Heart coherence and shared intentions emit measurable energy. Studies HeartMath, they show the unified emotions affect Earth's magnetic fields. Science says this is a fact. Ariel's not speaking shit. The simulation would glitch, the restructure, this is the reality is reactive. And the code responds to mass consciousness. Mass consciousness creates a change, therefore the code changes. Unified remembrance collapses an old program. It's like when you're reprogramming a computer, people. Why don't we do it already? What are we waiting for? What are you guys afraid of? Come on. We say we want truth, but do we fear what we'll have to give up? See, fear is being seen, is it not? Fear of stepping outside the system. Fear of unknown. Fear of losing comfort, even if it's killing us. But the truth is, we're already losing so much. Our health, our peace, our children's future, to a system that's not even real. It's time to trade fear for fire. You see, so now I ask you this. What would it take for you to stop waiting and start gathering? What if your healing was the key that unlocks the shift for others? What if heaven on earth isn't somewhere we go, it's somewhere we create together? See, this is your reminder. You don't need a pulpit to preach, by the way. Look at this today. We got multimedia and all kinds of things. You don't need a government to give you rights. And you don't need a savior. You are the code breaker. So say this with me. Let's sit for a quick little meditation. Get in a comfortable position. Close your eyes for a moment. And breathe into your belly. And feel the earth beneath you. She's alive and listening. Now imagine every human standing together and divided by race, belief, or flag. They're not. None of it. There's no divide. But holding hands, eyes open, hearts raw and ready. And we look around and we say, we remember. And we forgive. And we rise. And in that moment, the simulation shudders. And for the first time, the world begins to feel real. Because we made it real. Through unity, through love, and through truth. So, let's do a call to action right now. I know you guys have all made a bunch of comments, so thank you for them, and we'll get to the ones that are important to read. So drop a comment if this teaching stirred something within you. And share this with someone who's ready to remember, okay? And gather with me in the comments, in the community, and encourage. Let's get this out here, you guys. And thanks for the love. Thanks for the 100%. I'll quickly go through these. Hello, Ariel. Hello, Indigo. How do we get real in the illusion? Hard. We start being raw and real, man. Just in everything we do. And we be love. James, you're very beautiful. Well, thank you very much, James. Appreciate it. Terry, hello, Terry. It's 12:34 there. Okay, man. Wow, crazy. I feel the more resistance I have to these things, the more it feels it. It's true. We're having the experience of being human. We are having the experience of being human. But our experience has been tainted a little bit. With spoon engines. That's pretty cool. They got some water engines going too, man. Rhombus rubus. Blinded by the light. Oh no, man. Another runner in the night. There you go, man. Mark. Cool. Someone's building up a Honda. Alright, someone's being negative and using manipulation. We don't answer manipulating comments here. That's true, Indigo. I do always come back, don't I? Because, man, if I stopped every second for every comment, we'd like never get through any of these things, and I'd forget everything I'm going to teach. You're welcome. Much love, you guys. Make sure you do one thing towards your dream every single day. It brings you one step closer. Make sure you recognize you are valuable and you matter, and you're all unique puzzle pieces, a part of the ultimate puzzle of the cosmos. Hang in there. Peace and love. We'll see you guys on Monday. Much love, guys. See ya, see ya, see ya.